Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Top 5 at 5. This is where we do 5 stocks in 5 minutes. Tonight's stocks are going to be a culmination of 3 longs and 2 shorts. So we're just going to jump right into it. As always, please subscribe to this channel, put on notifications because what we go over here is really timely. If you're looking at this a week later, there's still value, but not as much. You want to know as soon as it comes out. And also, as you saw today with the pre-market live, YouTube had a little glitch. So you're going to want to get those notifications when we're live as well. So LCID is the first one. And I just want to point this out. This is pretty clean. Okay. That's pretty clean here. Let me just draw that right here. Okay. So this is what happened today. Obviously, after hours, we're up. But let's just go through this so that we're understanding where we're at, right, in the grand scheme of this chart, okay? So there's zero reason, there's nothing in here except this little pattern. So there's zero reason, in my opinion, that we're at least going to touch this 50. The news that's coming out today, it was fairly positive for the company. They're meeting the production goals. They say they're on track for it, won some awards. People are looking for the next big EV company. I think this is a fairly simple trade. And really all we're looking for, again, these are usually short-term moves, but all we're looking for is to open above 46.12. I think we're a little bit above that after hours, but after hours versus how we open can be 2 different things. But I would focus on that 46 level, 46.12. And if you get through that, you can work your way up. There's not a lot here that you can't work your way through. And I will put the key levels in like I usually do on all of them so that you just look at the pivots. So AMEH, and I know people are going to look at this and say it's already broken out and pulled back. Yes, I see that. The issue is that you have 9 days of short interest to cover. And clearly, they're not covering. So this should have a way more emphatic move out on 9 days to cover, and we haven't seen that yet. So why we sold down here, probably for the people day trading it, I don't think it's over. So this is a really simple trade, and all we're looking for is a short-term long trade. Okay, we're just looking for a very simple squeeze. Okay, this is your level, and I'll walk you through it. This is your bearish engulfing. Okay, if you haven't watched that candlestick video, I'll link it at the end. It explains what a bearish engulfing is. Okay, then you have this, you have a bear flag, right? So all we're doing is taking the high of the bear flag and saying get above that tomorrow, and you could probably push to 126.22 and then 133.21. So this is just an outright short, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Caveat, I do have a short position in this. The news that came out is fairly damaging, and we're just going to talk about it for a brief moment. So they issued a 10Q, and I thought that the stock was selling down primarily on the fact that they're trying to raise money. The issue is based upon the disclosure that was in the 10Q, which is their quarterly earnings report. They have an SEC notice, and it's all related to one of their plants. So 2 things. One, no institution is going to hold this stock while that's going on. So Fidelity was a large shareholder. I guarantee you by the end of the year, they're no longer a large shareholder. They're going to sell, period. Okay. Second thing is no one's going to raise money and give them money when you're going through an SEC investigation. It's just not going to happen. So it really stymies the company. All I'm looking for here is a short trade. If you break this level tomorrow, okay, you can drop pretty precipitously. You could have another day like this. I'm not saying it's going to go straight down every single day, but I'm saying that you're going to see more pain with it. And I think you can get down to this 46 3/4 level fairly quickly. I think you could be there this week. And all you're looking for is 54.66. So, and as always, if you could do me a favor and please share this and comment below on what other educational videos you want to see. I purposely don't put ads in the middle of this so that we don't waste each other's time. But if you find value, I want other people to find value with it. RIVN, number 4. So we're going to have to drill down into a 15-minute chart because we need at least 30 data points, right? If you don't have 30 data points, anything statistically significant really doesn't exist. And just look at how they're walking us up. I mean, it's like a perfect stair stepper if you look at this. It's just perfect. I mean, it's crazy how easy you can see this. You can actually even see that little level right there. And this would be your next. So all you're looking for is get above that tomorrow, 150.40. And I think that you're going to break this flag probably right on that, right? And then push higher. There's no reason that this is not heading higher, zero. And it's a really simple, very simple pattern. I mean, okay, so you can see where you're wrong, where it would break, right? And finally, and I'm looking at this as a short. So after hours, they came out and said that they're going to do a secondary. And I'm just going to touch base on this very quickly. They're doing a convertible secondary. So here's what happens. They have to issue bonds. Once they issue those bonds, the convertible bonds, the people that get those bonds then short the stock against the bonds and the convertible pricing. When that happens, it causes downward pressure on the stock, okay? Before this even happened, if this trades back to the 197.55 level, I believe we're at 190 after hours. Before this, if this trades back here, that we're going to leave that level as where your short should go off at. To me, this is going to be under pressure, okay, until this is priced, period. So until this is priced and the people put the short positions on, this is going to be under a ton of pressure. So I think it's very easy. No, I think, hold on, let me draw that a little bit better. And I'll link that support and resistance, how to draw them properly at the end of this as well. But I think you can get down to 175.66 fairly quickly. I think this is going to get way worse than people actually think it is, quite frankly. It's a big deal to issue $1.5 billion worth of stock and then realize, or of debt, and then realize that you're going to have to short stock against it. It's a much larger deal than I think people are anticipating right now. So that's it. Everybody, trade sharp.